All right, boom, we back. Shout out to God underscore cake on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can find me over there as well. Hail the King. Or Hail underscore the King. So anyway, she posted a video that looks reminiscent of shit that I encountered plenty of times in my youth. Um, it looks like some guy about to cross the street and he about to encounter, some guys from around that way. So let's see how this play out.
Oh, nah, it's a bunch of them over there. I should probably walk back.
Who the fuck is that nigga?
Nah, who is this nigga?
Nah, who is
Yo,
this?
who the fuck is that? I don't even know what's up with boy.
Damn, I knew I should have just took my ass home and stayed out the way.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
So it's funny to get all of the interests, the perspectives of the different cats, you know what I mean? Because being around the way, like back when I used to, live in Brooklyn and would hang with the cats on Lewis Ave, specifically Lewis Ave and Hancock. For those who know, I don't even know if that fire station is still there, but that was the little spot, at least where me and the cats I kicked it with, would congregate for the most part, at least in that early phase. Um, Cats would walk through, and it would be these same vibes. Who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? And then if a motherfucker got their hand in their pockets and shit like that, are they running up to try to rob us? Because, them cats was doing things to get money and had money frequently. So cats was walking through. They like, yo, is this a robbery attempt? Is this an undercover cop? They looking at everybody just like how this dude is being looked at. So some of the comments on this Twitter video, some people was talking about hypervigilism and all of that. And yes, all of that shit is a thing, and all of that shit was part of the everyday life. We don't know if this is friend, foe, cop, a old enemy from goddamn, whenever back in the day. But anyway, we'll let this thing keep playing.
Nigga right here.
Nah, who the fuck is this nigga walking down the block?
Damn, they already saw me though, so if I walk back, they gonna think I'm soft. It's gonna give them a green light to fuck with me every time they see me. Just have to walk through these niggas. Make sure you're somewhat looking at them, but not for too long. That'll invite an issue, but also don't not look at them because that signals that you're soft, and then it'll also invite an issue.
These are all correct points. Not looking, you're gonna get stomped out. You look too long, you might get stomped out and clapped because who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at too long, you looking like you might be scheming to rob. And especially if niggas got bread on them or if they got jewels out of the group that you walking through, is this nigga a potential robber? What we dealing with here? But either way, you definitely got to walk that tightrope. So let's see how the rest of this thing go down.
Walk right, fix your shoulders, make sure you're not hunched over. Roll them back. Get your hands out your pockets. Get your hands out your pockets. You crazy?
Yo, that's real too. Now, like I said, as an old head looking back on my younger days, I definitely was violating that rule because everybody had the heat, nigga. I'm my hand. I'm having one hand in the pocket, nigga. Like if I'm gonna get shot or whooped potentially, nigga, I'm gonna let these niggas think I got the heat too. Fuck it. I definitely had my hand in one pocket, nigga, or up under my motherfucking jacket, walking through the crowd to where they like, dice roll 50-50. Should we fuck with this nigga? Let that nigga through. Cause you don't want to take a chance if a nigga is looking like he gripped up on something coming through. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to let that little motherfucker go about their business. And that's the move I pulled a lot of times, more than I should have, but that's just how it was, you know what I mean? Robbing, shooting, robbing, but robbing back then in New York, it was still like rob heavy, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will rob you and then still might shoot you even if you voluntarily gave up. But the long and short, I violated that pocket rule many times.
Don't give them a reason to fuck with you. Alright, moment of truth.
I hope homie good, because he might get fucking fried out of it. He don't look like he about that life, but shit. I watch niggas.
And that's the other thing right there. Just tying to what I just said. Dude say he look like he ain't about that life, but you never know because one of my niggas got stabbed up by a nigga who they thought was coming through like that. It's a small lame ass nigga, and nigga got jugged up, and we had to rush this nigga on foot to that hospital. I forgot the name of the shit on Atlantic Avenue, right over there, literally a block over or two from Boys and Girls High School. We had to rush that nigga from Lewis Avenue and Hancock on foot as quickly as we could kind of drag slash carry this nigga while he bleeding on us to the motherfucking hospital because of a nigga that didn't look like they was about that life. But anyway.
Boy about to get his shit broke over here.
There you go. Don't fold. Don't fold, dog. You're doing good. God is with you. Keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Damn, I hope you don't try and beat.
My man sound Latino, talking all that God is with you shit. That's funny.
This nigga up.
You good, homie. Better keep it moving, though, before niggas pack you up.
He don't even look like he trying to harm anyone. God, please don't let any of the pros act up. You know I'm.
And then once again, this one cat is like, yo, I hope they don't, wild on this little cat. Like, because people ain't inherently, I would say, evil. And as far as guys or black men in the hood, I don't think there's always gonna be that one like devious type motherfucker, but generally motherfuckers aren't like black hearted like that and evil and shit like that. They just paranoid on the threat that this newcomer coming through their space or through their hood territory, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they perceive this motherfucker as a possible threat. So that's why they scoping and possibly plotting. Because if it is a threat, then they gonna be proactive. But they trying to assess him in real time as he coming through, as he's trying to assess his survivability of, am I gonna make it through this motherfucker in real time? So yeah.
I'm trying to do right. Got that thing on me. It can get like that.
And then of course that's representative of that one nigga that's always ready to do something. He's that cat that the rest of them is like, yo, chill, son, chill. He said he can get like that.
You almost there. You almost there.
I ain't gonna lie though, that jacket is tough.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Good.
Now, this whole thing is, like I said, is very realistic. I wouldn't have been celebrating that early. I would have been, on some shit like that. Maybe once I made it down the block further or around the corner. This nigga trying to high five himself where like, niggas is like 8 steps behind him and can still just come up and be like, you clown ass nigga, we still got you. You know what I'm saying? But overall, yeah, this is definitely take me back to Brooklyn in the 90s anywhere. Matter of fact, the 5 boroughs anywhere. You know what I mean? I was a cat that moved heavy and frequently. There was always a shorty, so I was always on a mission somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Going to see some shorties in Queens, Bronx, you name it, even out to Newark sometime. And it definitely was crazy out there on some shit like this. For damn sure, fucking with them. Don't sleep. I'm sure Jersey still ain't nothing to fuck with. Even under gentrified situations all across the board, there's still, remnants of real shit everywhere. So you never want to be slipping for y'all, little millennial niggas. But nah, oh yeah, that's still a real. This shit is valid right here. a real scenario that I went through where I almost got killed. It was a similar walkthrough just like this. I want to say it was Cypress Hill Projects, East New York. You know what I mean? You already know the drill. Nigga coming off the A, coming up the stair, hit the little bodega over here. You know what I'm saying? Crossed over, and next thing you know, it's about probably about the same amount, but yeah, probably about the same amount of people. The long and short, it was nighttime, right? So I was on my night creep thinking, okay, niggas ain't gonna pay me no mind. You know what I mean? It's dark out here. I could creep on some low shit. Nigga, I walked through the crowd because I was not gonna cross no street. I just walked through them niggas. Halfway through the walkthrough, it was a bomb. Nigga bust me right in my shit. To the point where I was on my back on the sidewalk. A motherfucking hammer sent me this from my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, nigga, this is about to be it. Then, a little kid, little 10, 11-year-old kid run up and was like, that's not him. And then, they fell back and just went about their business, talk about you lucky. I was like, God damn, nigga. But the long and short, when you walking through a group of motherfuckers, you don't know what's going on. But if you try to cross back across the street, you definitely are opening a can of worms that can never be closed back. Cause so in my scenario, the shorty ended up being my girl that stayed in them projects. So I went through there for months and months. So had I came through on some weak soft shit that first time, niggas like dude was saying in the video, they would have been fucking with me every single time that I went over there. Now, the fact that I came through, I ain't really show no signs of weakness or nothing like that. The reason niggas stole on me was further explained to me by my shorty once I made it upstairs in the building. Cause I still, my shit was bleeding, but I still just, went through probably about 5 more groups of these niggas. Cause that was just at the sidewalk of the projects before you, go through the gate, through the pathway to get to the different buildings and shit. You feel me? So I get up there, I let her know what happened, yada yada, and then Shorty gave me the backstory like some little kid, you know what I'm saying, got Epstein. We just to use that slang, and the cat who did it was some motherfucker that wasn't from that hood. So niggas was extra vigilant on like high alert. You know what I mean? So whoever that came through there that wasn't from, they motherfucking hood, they was really trying to kill or severely hurt a motherfucker. And Shorty, hit me to this information after the fact. So I was like, okay, cool. So I understood, and then I also understood that, shit, I could have motherfucking been killed on some mistaken identity shit. But all of that shit still ties into the walkthrough. You feel me? So with that said, the other million times that I walked through there after that first time, I was good. You know what I mean? And niggas knew me. They was like, oh yeah, that's that nigga we almost shot. You know what I mean? So like eventually I ended up getting cool, with some of the niggas over there. Like a few of them finally eventually even apologized while smoking a blunt or something. Like, oh man, we ain't mean to, get you like that, but yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? But shit is real out here. I'll catch y'all on the next one.